I got this. This is interesting. This is an interesting situation. This is Sebastian Gorka on his talk show that no one watches with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And let's watch.
Congresswoman Greene, you're back on the line. Hopefully.
I'm sorry. This is a 7-minute clip. I don't know if I'm going to get through the whole thing. I would like to, because I'm sure this is going to be funny. But wow. Wow.
Congresswoman Greene, you're back on the line. Hopefully it will not be broken again.
I can't. The way this guy speaks, I'm sorry. It's going to take 7 minutes is a lot to get through. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Greene, you're back on the line. Hopefully it will not be broken again. Explain to our millions of listeners and viewers why you've declared that you will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
I'm filing articles of impeachment on Joe Biden on January 21st for abuse of power. Americans are fed up with corruption. We're fed up with career politicians that use their position, that they use their elected positions, elected by the American people.
I can hear someone breathing in this clip. I just want to say I can hear someone breathing. Is that Sebastian breathing into the mic? Who's breathing? And can they stop?
Their elected positions, elected by the American people, and they use it only for power and for money. Joe Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion of foreign aid to Ukraine just in order so his son Hunter Biden could make money with a Ukrainian energy company. Then Hunter Biden's laptop has been under investigation.
The laptop, do you remember that? The laptop from hell? You remember that? I don't.
Content have leaked out, but we know there, and we know that Hunter Biden, James Biden, and Joe Biden made money off of a Chinese energy company. This is a dangerous threat to America when you use the most powerful positions in this country and arguably in the world just to make your wallet fat. And this is outrageous. Joe Biden is on record himself. He's on video. It's all there that he truly did abuse the power of the vice presidency during his time with Obama. And we cannot have this type of leadership for America, especially...
I'm surprised she didn't say Barack Hussein Obama. Do you remember at the speech right before the Capitol insurrection when Donald Trump whipped out Hussein in the most egregious way you could possibly imagine? He was like, Barack Hussein Obama. And I was like, unbelievable. He just did that. And then everyone started freaking out. So I was just...
After the Democrats have led a 4-year witch hunt against President Trump when he was completely innocent and never found guilty of any crime.
Follow this lady. Support this lady. Right now, her Twitter account is MT Greene with 2 E's on the end. She can explain that to you if we ask her. That's MT Greene, 2 E's.
What is this guy?
With 2 E's on the end. She can explain that to you if we ask her. That's MT Greene, 2 E's at the end. Follow her, support her. The news is so fresh. Your announcement of the impeachment of Joe Biden. Have any of your colleagues, either establishment Republicans or any of the incoming class, has anybody reacted? Has anybody said they'll support you? Have anybody said this is a bad idea?
Well, no, I'm actually speaking with many of them, and for me, it's not about what my colleagues in Congress have to say. It's about the American people. It's about 75 million Trump voters that the majority of them know the election was stolen, and it's about the fact that even we can remove the political parties altogether, we cannot have someone that is so corrupt being the president of our country. We just can't. This is the whole reason why I ran for Congress. Is I'm fed up, absolutely fed up with career politicians and with Congress that doesn't do anything for the American people. Well, the Democrats have lowered the bar of impeachment all the way to the basement in what they did yesterday. There was no trial for President Trump.
You don't need a trial when all that shit literally happened on live television in front of the whole world. Wow.
There was no evidence presented. There were no witnesses that came forward that said President Trump told me to attack the Capitol, which we know he did not. The attack on the Capitol was horrible. We've all condemned it. President Trump has condemned it. But he told his supporters to march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol, and that's what he's on record saying. It's the Democrats that are on record for a year now for supporting, promoting, and even fundraising for Antifa and BLM riots that are responsible for burning cities, burning America.
I want to be very explicitly clear. There is no such thing as a BLM or Antifa riot. Doesn't exist. Antifa does not riot. BLM does not riot. How does BLM riot? That doesn't make any sense grammatically. Black Lives Matter rioters? What? Doesn't make any sense. The actual situation that occurs are the police are the ones that begin riots, and random people react to the riots. Like, I seriously don't understand how people can say it's a BLM riot. It doesn't, like, that's not how English works. And this is one of the reasons why if someone says BLM, I get automatically very skeptical of them, because when you make something an acronym, right? So when you don't have to say Black Lives Matter anymore, right? So it's not Black Lives Matter, which is a statement that every human being on earth should agree with. It's BLM. BLM. Like, what? You know, it doesn't make any sense, right? There's very little, if much, any, like at all, documentation of Black Lives Matter protest organizers involved in riots. It just doesn't happen, right? There's maybe a couple examples, but when you compare that to like 10,000 different protests, and then when you compare that to what happened on January 6th, it's peanuts. It's nothing. What they are police brutality riots. Now, again, the Trump riots were called the Trump riots because Donald Trump incited the riots. Who incited a riot in Minneapolis? Was it Black Lives Matter? What does that even mean? The statement Black Lives Matter started a riot? Those are just 3 words in the English language that mean that Black Lives Matter. Who started the riot? Oh, right. The police did by murdering innocent people, right? So the idea that it's a Black Lives Matter Antifa riot is just dumb, baby brain, stupid bitch bullshit. So let's move on.
American businesses attacking police officers and leaving 47 people dead in the United States of America. That's who the Democrats are. They are not the party that want healing, so like Joe Biden says, or unity, or wants peace. That's not what they want. They want to kick us off of social media. They want to take away our free speech. They want to declare everyone that...
They want to take away our free speech, yet who was the party? Which party was really going after repealing Section 230? Remind me. Was it Bernie Sanders that was trying to repeal Section 2? No. Was it Cory Booker? I know they hate that guy, right? Because he's black, and they always, like, isn't it weird? Like, they always talk about Cory Booker. Was he the one who wanted to repeal Section 2? No. Who was it? Right. It was Donald Trump who wanted to repeal Section 2. I forgot. Damn. How could I forget?
Had anything to do with the January 6th objection or is found anywhere near the Capitol on January 6th. They want to call those people domestic terrorists, and then they want to take away your gun rights. Furthermore, once they get Biden in the presidency, they want to pass all of the socialist agenda items that they have told everyone about.
Like what? What are the socialist agenda items, Marjorie? $1,400 stimulus checks? Should be $2,000. But what is the socialist agenda? Let me know.
The past year. This is a dangerous threat to America.
Oh, it's just the socialist agenda? What is the socialist agenda? I don't know. This is the socialist agenda. What? Well, it reminds me of this clip.
Bottom line, the American dream, the great American dream versus being a socialist hellhole.
That was a week before the election. Donald Trump on Fox News. Socialist hellhole. They're going to pass socialism. Well, what's socialism? That's what they do. They're socialist. Well, what policies are the socialist policies? Their policies are the socialist policies because they're socialist. What?
America, our freedoms are truly at threat like never before. And I'm not going to stand by silently and go along and get along and allow a man to enter the presidency without shining a spotlight on his abuse of power and corruption. America deserves better, and I'm willing to lead the fight on that.
Wow. Just your first
Seb, I can't. Wow. I can't.
Deserves better, and I'm willing to lead the fight on that.
Wow. Just your first response. Did you hear that, my friends? I don't care what other politicians say. I care about the U.S. Constitution. 2 minutes left. You've got to support this lady, even if you're not a Georgian. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman for the 14th District of Georgia. When I get asked, a lot of people are giving up hope and they say, what can I do? What can I do? And I say, run for local office. You're a small business owner.
Everything that Seb is saying right here, you should take to heart. If these dumb bitch motherfuckers can get elected to Congress in the United States, so can you.
You ran. Would you give that advice to the Americans who've had enough? 30 seconds.
Absolutely, Sebastian. That's the right thing to say. You know, Republican voters and people that support conservative ideas need to stop saying they're too busy and I have to work. That's not the excuse anymore. Being too busy and having to work and having a busy life has what led us to where we are today. We can't be complacent anymore. We're going to have to go the extra mile. We have to do it, or our children are going to lose the future that they deserve, and that's the American dream.
I predict that we are listening to a rising star. And I don't mean in the classic sense of adulation from the establishment, adulation from the elite, but a rising star in terms of the example set to the American people of what it used to mean to be a citizen politician and what it can mean again. Congresswoman Taylor Greene, God bless you. Thank you for what you're doing. I hope you'll be a regular guest on America First.
I would love it. Thank you so much, Sebastian. And you guys all have a great weekend.
Safe travels. God bless. Wow. See? That is the spirit that brings us victory. Follow that lady, MT Greene.
I love how they said if we ask her she can tell us, and then they didn't ask her. What's with the second E at the end? Why is it there? E for estrogen?
2 E's on the end. One day I will ask her why.
One day? Why didn't you just do it now? It's maybe a 5-second question. Hey, why is there a second E? Oh, this is a second E because it means X. All right, question answered. What? Does this guy legit have Ernie down here? What? This guy's got motherfucking Muppets in the background. Are you kidding me?
On Twitter, MT Greene double E. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm Sebastian Gorka. And this is just the beginning of America First.
I gotta clip that. Oh my God. Someone remind me. Someone send me a message. This right here.
That's Marjorie of America. And this is just the beginning of America First.
I can't. That's amazing. Oh, I gotta clip that. That's must clip. Must. Wow. Well, that's what we're up against, everybody. Jeez, interesting. In the words of our president,
only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Not good.